Hi, this is Kaleem, owner of MarketPhotography.com, publisher of a newsletter, The Best Amateur Photography Tips Digest. Also, I'm the author of this free photography ebook titled Freeze. I have a camera and I'm not afraid to use it. About 3 or 4 years ago, I revised it. I updated the information in it. And the title now is Freeze, I Still Have a Camera and I'm Not Afraid to Use It. But even as I look at it now, I wanted to update it. And every time I started, it overwhelmed me. Because the first time and I wrote it and when I revised it, I had the time to put in. But now I'm doing so many other things, it's a challenge for me. But I did want to share this information and I did think it could use some freshening up. And what I've decided to do is to make videos. As you may know, video is the most popular format online now, but for me, I've really evolved in terms of what photography has done for me. It's put me in a position to where I work more with businesses, and one of the things that I do with businesses is train them, and I use video to do that. And I wanted to use video to update this book and the lessons within it. Freeze, I have a camera and I'm not afraid to use it. When I initially wrote it, what I wanted to do was appeal to those of us in photography who get into it, we're caught up by the passion, and at some point we think, well, maybe I can make a couple of dollars with this. Well, let me share this with you. Whether you decide to sell your photography or not, and maybe you just want to display your photography, which many people think it's a sin, almost a sin to sell photography, but they just want to show their work. And I agree with that. Photography is made to be seen. Whether you want to show it or sell it, it requires the same thing: marketing. I don't care how good your photography is. I don't care how long you've been studying photography and how many awards you've got. That in itself doesn't sell photography. Photography marketing does. You have to make an effort to market yourself as a photographer. It is not as difficult as you might think. In my newsletter, I always send out tips and case studies and examples of how to do this. I recognize, however, that it's a challenge for many of us. I also get inquiries about starting a photography business, and many of us want to go into photography. I wish I can tell you that I make a living on the income that I make from photography. I don't. For me, I don't want to work that hard. I make good money from photography, but at this point I'm shooting less now than I was 7 years ago, but I'm making more in the less time that I shoot because I'm charging more. I understand marketing to the point where my value to my clients and my customers allows me to charge more. And that's part of marketing, and that's part of what I want to share with you in these videos, as if you get a chance to watch them, if they stimulate your interest. Admittedly, this isn't for everybody, but if you understand the value of getting promotion, then you'll understand and appreciate what marketing will do for you. And it won't cost you money, or won't cost you a significant amount of money, if you understand what it is and understand that marketing is an ongoing process. It isn't like advertising where you buy an ad and see how it works. Marketing is ongoing, and there's a number of ways of doing that. One of the things I tell people when they want to start a photography business is choose a niche that works where you are. Now, I see it now because I've been in it long enough to understand this. But as a photographer, most of us want to shoot everything. We don't want to limit ourselves, so to speak. But when it comes to marketing ourselves as photographers and marketing our photography, it is best, in order to speak to the target audience we want to speak to, it is best to identify a niche. I wrote a course, published a course a couple of years ago, and you can find it at howtobuildaphotography.website.com. and it's there. I'm showing how to use a photography website to market and promote yourself as a photographer. But within that course, I actually start a photography website and start a photography business in a specific niche. And that niche is headshot portfolios. In the area that I live in, I live in Southern California, just down the street, so to speak, from Hollywood. Well, in the demographic area that I'm in, there's a significant target audience that has a value for headshots. And I chose that niche because there's a lot of folks in my area that spend a lot of money getting headshots. And I use that as an example to show how to choose a niche that works for you in your area, and then how to market and promote that. And I'm going to be sharing more of that in upcoming videos, but I just wanted to share with you, especially if you had an opportunity to see this guide and you were looking for an update. I'm going to do some videos on updating. Remember this: photography is made to be seen, and regardless of how great your photography is, it won't sell itself. Photography marketing does. Keep shooting and keep watching for the next video.